Just look at the difference a Crizal lens can make on your sight. Neither rain, nor snow, nor dust, nor dirt, nor smudge, nor scratches, nor glare of night can keep your lenses from giving you the clearest vision possible. Crizal lenses. Live life in the clear. Look for them at your local eye doctor.
Back to the basket. He was a good outside shooter. Yeah, that was. So a common foul on the Aggies. First of this half. First on Shaw. Aggies still by 6. This long. Now it's a longer run continuing back to the first half. Foster out between the circles for the Broncos. Yo-yos between the legs. Goes left, rocks to the right, stops on Berger, doubles, goes back, Travellini shot way short from the free throw line. Oh, and Berger gets hit in the head. So Travellini is not playing well at all tonight. He's just struggling.
Yeah, I think the size, obviously, of Jared is bothering him a little bit inside, and then he finally has a chance to shoot from outside, and he was so wide open that he spooked himself.
I think he's only 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 in the game. He's committed 2 fouls. Did have 6 rebounds in the first half of play to lead them in that department.
Interesting, again, Aggies this early in the second half, running a little tempo, running a little time off the clock, getting to their sets. Again, a great job of controlling the tempo of the game.
17 and a half to play. Aggies still by 6. Down in the corner, Utah State 39-33. They dump it inside the Shaw. One dribble, powered up and in.
I tell you what, he's 5 for 6 now. A very efficient 12 points.
12 for him and 41-33 Aggies. They ran that dribble play inside to Jared Shaw. Now up front, it's Rockamore. Rockamore to the free throw line. Back pass goes to Cowles. Three-pointer on the angle right, no good. And the rebound slapped down by Keyshawn. And Keyshawn's got it. Dribbles it out of the backcourt. Gets to the front attack, 47. Leaves the pass back now to Roland near the timeline. We're 3 minutes into the second half. Utah State's taking over this game about the 10-minute mark of the first half and on. Now Medlin off the screen from Shaw. Medlin comes back to Jared. Jared makes the catch, one dribble, and he moves his feet a little too fast.
That's the travel. That's the travel, and that's the footwork that he needs to work on. He rolled off a high ball screen. He threw the ball back to him,
and he kind of out of the corner of his eyes. Thought there was a guy there. Knew he had to slide around.
Tried to split the double team. Yes.
8-point Aggie lead. Turnover 13. Rockamore out front. Pass it cross court. Foster for 3 on the right side. He finally makes one.
The first open basket he's had with no hand in his face. Danny got caught up in the screen.
He had the 12 early points, and now he's got 15. And he gets that, he can get a bunch more.
Yeah, we got Spencer coming back in now.
Danny Berger. All right. Here's a dribble drive by Rowland. Bounce from behind by Rockamore. He shoved him from behind, and he knew it.
Yeah, Tanil's doing a better job this half of getting past his man, creating something off the dribble, which Marcel did.
Maybe he watched Marcel playing like he did.
Yeah, hey, those two need to learn from each other because it's not like there's an experienced player to pull them along. So
the common foul, 5-point game for the Aggies. They inbound the ball at Medlin. Medlin on Cowles. Cross court to Keyshawn Reed. Reed passes on the wing to Medlin. Medlin now covered by Rockamore.
Mismatch in the post.
Now they hit Keyshawn. Keyshawn goes low, and the ball slapped away by McCarthy. He tried to get the pass off the bounce pass. He didn't get there fast enough, and McCarthy knocked it out of bounds with 24 to shoot. Ball on the baseline at the south end. Rowland lobs it out to Keyshawn. Cross-court pass top of the key to Shaw. Now it's over on the right to Rowland. Goes into the key, all the way to the basket, reverse left, good! What a great layup the other night.
Yeah, that was a great move. They put their biggest guy on the inbounder, and we ended up getting the ball back to him, and he's able to take him off the bounce.
43-36, Ags by 7 with that lead, Utah State. 15:49 to play. You heard Chris Jones on the defensive stance to the team. The dribble drive by Foster is good as Rockamore drove and then bladed off to Foster. So Foster now 5 quick ones here in the second half to get 17. 43-38. 5-point lead USU. Keyshawn Reed way out front. Medlin on the right wing. Low to Shaw. Jerry goes back. Butterfield for 3. Right wing. Good. Spencer Butterfield with 2 threes. He's got 6. That's the in and out.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to dig down in there, and as long as we can make those threes, this is...
Ags 8 up, and Rockamore rocks away from everybody and drives it in. And Smart Rowland fell down on the defense on the crossover.
Yeah, this might be another reason that they brought Marcel in, because that's 2 straight drives that he's just kind of blown past him and broken his ankle.
All right, top of the key, Keyshawn Reed. He gets it back. Aggies lead by 6. Rolling around the screen out front. Neal comes to the left side. Butterfield goes low to Shaw. Shaw turns around the baseline, dips underneath, and missed the shot. Rebound, and Shaw went for it. Medlin went for it. It was Butterfield, didn't get it. Foster did. Foster brings it up. Foster down the middle, pounding on Butterfield, puts up on the floater. It's no good, and Keyshawn gets the rebound. The Elliots to Rowland. Now Foster tries to get in the way, and from behind, Rockemore stole the ball and calls for timeout. But Foster forced it, but he really fouled him, to be honest, I think.
Well, you know what he did was he big boyed him. He put his body in the lane and just really took him on, and Tennille tried to turn back, and there wasn't really anywhere to go.
All right, we get the immediate, we get a coach's timeout for a full minute here. 46-40 Aggies, 14:36 to play. It's a coach's timeout. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.
Hey, when did you guys get a new car?
Last Friday. My dad's been sleeping on the couch ever since.
Why?
Oh, my dad thought he got a good deal. But when Mom saw the bottom line and realized he just financed a gimmick, Dad didn't even fight back. He just accepted his fate.
No sleeping on the couch from my dad. Before we bought our car, he heard the Valley Motors jingle and he was saved.
Valley Motors.
On the Aggie Sports Network, Aggie Basketball is on the air.
Local sponsors of Aggie Basketball are Northern Title, Valley Motors, Palmer Home Furnishings, Full Court Floors, S.E. Needham Jewelers, Thunder Mountain Truck Outfitters, Bridge Plumbing, Utah Mattress Outlet, Maximum Style Tech, Cache Valley Bank, Utah Cars, and Lifestyle Homes.
This is the Aggie Sports Network.
Final scores for you, and our scoreboard brought to you by Takara's Japanese and Sushi Restaurant. A man who knows a lot about sushi is Lance Beckert. And again, they have the sushi rolls. You buy one, you get one free on Mondays. They have, again, the half-price sushi on Thursdays, 55 West and 10th North. It is Takara Japanese and Sushi Restaurant, one of our sponsors. UTEP Nips, New Mexico State, 55-54, the final in that game tonight. North Texas, and UT Arlington won at North Texas tonight. That's a good win, 72-59. We mentioned earlier, Louisiana Tech beat Southeast Louisiana 99-62. BYU beat Montana 85-60 at Energy Solutions Arena. Montana's supposed to win the Big Sky. Not a bad team. BYU blitzed them. And that's where we're at next Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to head back to the Marriott Center for.
Here, we will have the next dead ball will be a media timeout as well, but we're at 46-40 with 14:36 left. And it is Cowles to inbound the ball to Foster. They stole the ball, remember, for the Aggies and then called the timeout. Foster yo-yoing out on the left-hand wing. That's 14 turnovers for the Aggies. Foster still yo-yoing with Butterfield on him, just out near the timeline, trying to break down Butterfield with penetration or get somebody off the screen, and it's Cowles off the screen, shoot it, and
really had to force it.
Ball slapped in the corner by Santa Clara, but it's out of bounds for the Aggies. And now we have the media timeout. So 14-14 to play in the ball game. Utah State's in charge right now, 46-40. Aggies on the road for the first time, and this is the Utah State Aggie Network.
It's time again to talk to Dennis Watkins of Watkins Printing. And Dennis, you guys can help people print or copy more than just 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper.
We can. We now offer a new wide format printer where you can make copies of your house plan, maybe blueprints, something up to 36 inches wide in black and white. So when you need a copy of that, you can bring in the original, we can scan it, or you can bring in your jump drive or email the file to Watkins Printing.
And Watkins Printing is easy to find. They're at 110 West, 1200 South in Logan, about a block west of Macy's.
This week, My Mattress will honor their Black Friday free gift sale. Buy an IntelliBed gel mattress, receive a snowblower, laptop, or 47-inch flat-screen TV. Buy a Sealy Posturepedic and receive your choice of 32-inch flat-screen TV, Nintendo Wii, or recliner, and more. The free choices are hot, and the deals are hotter. Everyone that comes in gets a free gift while supplies last. You can even choose up to 4 years, no-interest financing. Go to My Mattress Facebook page for a full list of free reward options. Come in for better sleep and leave with a better Christmas. Black Friday, free gift sale. My Mattress by the new Walmart.
This Utah State Aggie game coverage is brought to you in part by Miller Auto Body on KLZX and KVNU.
Well, they announced the attendance here tonight at the Levy Center. It's 1,442. They have averaged, I think this year, they'd averaged about 1,227, so they get a little more tonight. Now, I see... Utah State had a great football year, of course, this year, but so did San Jose State, who ended up second in the conference, and Mike McIntyre is up in the balcony section across from us, the San Jose coach watching the game. It looks like he might have his son with him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, probably a good breather to go to take a breath.
A sports fan. And the former Aggie golfer Art Murray had a chance to shake his hand and played golf for the Aggies back when I was going to school in the 70s, and he's a businessman down here, and it was nice to say hi to him. Butch Songer, who always sees all of our California games. He sees many of our games in Logan. He was there last weekend. Great fan from around the Eastern Clovis. He comes to the game tonight as well here at Santa Clara. And Marcel Davis is back in at point guard for the Aggies, and Jordan Stone is checked back in. Marcel passes top of the key to Butterfield. Aggies lead by 6. Poked away by Foster, but Butterfield gets it back. Now Medlin on the left wing. Down in the corner, Marcel drives into the paint, leaves it off for Stone, and a tough catch, and he still made the shot. Jordan Stone up the pick and roll.
The Aggies are going zone here, trying to mess with the tempo again. I'll tell you what, that was a great catch by Jordan Stone and a great finish. He was able to finish with his left hand, which always helps.
And never came down with the ball. 48-40. Aggies by 8 with the zone now. This is Brandon Clark. Top of the key at Tonga. Goes over on the left side. Cowles the third. Really deep. Foster got it. Really deep.
Yeah, we had extended the zone out pretty deep, but that was about as deep a three as you'll see.
Now all of a sudden the microwave fires it back in to make it a 5-point game again. Marcel Davis on Clark to the front court. Stone pops out and gets the top of the key. Jordan over on the right side finds Butterfield. Posted is Keyshawn. Keyshawn in deep. Goes against the Tonga. Stops the dribble. Back pass now to Medlin. Shot clock at 17. Ags by 5. Medlin around the screen. Jumps in front of the key. Goes to Keyshawn. Now Davis. Davis into the paint. Drives the basket underneath. Let's play it good.
He just ducks him. I mean, he's got no chance to guard him right now.
Marcel with a career high of 6 tonight. The Ags lead 50-43. Foster covered down in the left corner. Gets it back now out front to Brandon Clark. Clark brings it out front for the Broncos. SCU over to Foster again. Another long three in front of the air. Student body is way short, and it is out of bounds. Belongs to the Aggies. So Foster will keep firing it.
Yeah, he shot that one from the first row of the seats. I mean,
that might have been one step further back than the last one. Almost out of bounds.
And didn't quite get it far enough.
Didn't get into the rims. 50-43, 12:35 left. Utah State with the lead. Front court pass Keyshawn Reed. Top of key Medlin. Waits for Marcel to come around to get the ball as the Aggies running the clock here again, leading by 7. Davis bad pass. Foster ready for it. Foster takes it down and gets fouled by Butterfield. Butterfield really took the ball away. Foster's acting like he got hurt, but Butterfield made a nice play and blocked the body, but he didn't hit him up on the arm. He hit the body.
Yeah, he hit the ball.
So Butterfield wouldn't let him make the lay-in up to steal.
Yeah, now they'll go to the monitor here just out of the fact that they went to the monitor one time in the first half, but they shouldn't have anything here.
Butterfield was on the ball, and there was really nothing, but they'll go back and look at it here for just a minute.
And again, we're pretty fortunate to have the monitor facing us, and we're looking right at what they'll see. So,
okay, you watch that, and I'll give you a few other scores, folks. Almost near the half, Seattle leads at Stanford 30-27. Seattle's in our league, so that's an interesting game. Washington State leads Idaho at the half, 34-25. So I think we've given you all the scores on our scoreboard.
Yeah, it'd be hard to see something there. He clearly blocks the ball, and then on his follow-through, he comes down and makes contact. It's clearly a foul.
Yeah.
But, in my humblest of opinions is looking at it, it just looks like he made a play on the ball and fouled him. I mean, he comes in contact with the ball, which by rule then does not become flagrant. That's a good hard play is what he just told.
Good hard play at the ball.
Good hard play at the ball.
So it'll be a foul on Butterfield. It'll be free throws coming up for, again, Kevin Foster.
Yeah.
So Foster now with 17 points in the game, or 18 points in the game, I think it is. Is it 18, Foster?
Foster is at 20 points now.
Oh, he's got 20 now.
7 for 18.
Okay.
5 for 11. He's a volume guy, and on this team, that's what they need right now is volume. So,
again, he averages 20.1. His free throw is good. So yeah, he's made 5 3-point baskets in this game, and 21 points now, and 50-44. So he's got 21 of their 44. Other big scorer hasn't scored hardly at all, Frazzolini. Both free throws in.
Rockamore's the closest with 9.
Yep, 50-45. Inbound the ball to Butterfield with a little pressure in the backcourt. Now he shovels back to Marcel Davis.
Yeah, I think Marcel's doing an outstanding job in this game of both running the team as well as finding his own chance to get into the lane.
Medlin, here's Foster stealing it from Butterfield. He takes it down again on the right and lays it up in, and it's a 3-point game, and it's been all Foster with about 3 straight steals.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row off of just coming up and taking Spencer's ball, which is what Coach talked about in the pregame.
And then Butterfield just drives down to the left side and lays it in if nobody's going to pick him up. 9 points for Butterfield. 52-47, Aggies by 5. Rockabore front court, cross court Foster, fakes the 3, steps back, shoots it out, and that's off, no good. It's short, rebound, Butterfield went for it. You can call a rebound foul on Stone.
Yeah, they might have had Stone pulling him down there.
So Jordan Stone gets called for the foul. It'll be out of bounds to SCU, then we'll have a media timeout. 11 minutes and 40 seconds to play. It's Utah State 52, and the Broncos of Santa Clara 47 at the Levy Center, Santa Clara, California. Timeout. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.
On the Aggie Sports Network, Aggie Basketball is on the air.
Local sponsors of Aggie Basketball are Watkins Printing, Jarek's Fine Jewelry, Sports Academy and Racket Club, Miller Auto Body, Apple Spice Cafe and Bakery, My Mattress, New Horizons Beauty College, Lewiston State Bank, Beezer Lock and Key, The Lawn Doctor, Gold's Gym, Quiznos, and Columbus Travel.
This is the Aggie Sports Network.
These days, you can customize just about everything to your taste.
Yeah, I want the half-pounder, mustard, no mayo, no tomatoes, lettuce, no pickles, and extra onion.
So, why shouldn't you be able to custom design the floor in your home? At Full Court Floors, you can choose from one of the largest selections of carpet, hardwood, laminate, and tile in the area, just the way you like it. For a limited time, get Shaw or Best Buy carpet installed with pad for just $15 per square yard. Or check out the high-quality wood starting at just $2.60 per square foot. Full Court Floors on Highway 89 across from Peterson's Country Store.
It was amazing as we talked to the pregame show with Preston Medlin about all of the pressure and physical stuff. He just has not seen any shots in this game, just 2. He does have 3 assists. They're going after him like crazy. But then the other wings, Butterfield and Berger, have been able to score for the Aggies. Butterfield now with 9 points. Berger made those 2 threes in the first half with 6. And then down inside, Shaw, when he's played, scored, and Keyshawn's been able to score inside, too.
Yeah, you know, when they get that extended on Preston and they want to pay that much attention to him, he's just kind of taking himself out a little bit and let other people take over, and it's been quite effective for the Aggies.
Shaw with 12 points leading the Aggies, 9 for Butterfield, 8 for Keyshawn Reed. Aggies have a 25-16 rebound edge. They inbound the ball, Trazzolini, had it back Rockemore. Rockemore back to the right side, looks low, here off a screen, finds Foster on the left side. He drives by Berger, on the baseline cutoff, throws it back out to Clark. Clark fake a 3, drive into the paint, knife into Clifford, and Clifford's moving as Clark just lost his footing but jumps into Clifford.
Yeah. But that's a mischarge by the Aggies. You know, we had Danny there, we had Ben there, and that's a good opportunity. And you know, as they develop in practice, that'll be something that
they just moved a little bit.
Yeah, we'll step up and take that.
Stats show Utah State at 53% shooting now, and Santa Clara's down to 42 after that early start in this game. How about that stat for Cache Valley Bank, where again people make the difference? Brandon Clark free throw, no good. Santa Clara now 9 of 12 at the foul line on the night in stats, and Jordan Stone after that short break to give Shaw a breather, and now Shaw's back in maybe to try to finish the game. 11:28 left to go.
You know, you had the minute break on the floor and then the media, so you got about 4 minutes of break there.
And Stone made the basket while he was in there. Clark makes 1 free throw to cut it to 4. Utah State 52-48. They inbound the ball to Marcel Davis. Davis against Clark in the backcourt. Now, Marcel does have 3 turnovers, but he has 3 assists as well. Plus, he scored 6 points tonight. Off the screen, Medlin, who looked like he was open for a minute, but passes it off, and Davis a 10-footer. Good! Yeah. Marcel. Off the assist of Medlin. 54-48.
Again, that's Preston creating a play for a teammate, sacrificing himself when we get an open shot.
Making a basketball play.
Making a basketball play.
All right, Rockemore out front against the Aggie zone this trip down. Clark. Bob the key, Trazzolini. Now Foster way out on the left side, but that's a little too far to shoot.
Yeah, we're still extending as far as we can in the zone.
Clark penetrates, goes low with a pass, turn around to Tonga in the corner. Pass it out now. A dribble drive into the key. They find Foster for 3 on the right angle, and it slips the cup, no good, and Berger rebounds for the Aggies.
A great challenge there by Preston. A little tempo by the Aggies here.
Now Marcel brings it down. Pass it on the wing, Clifford. Out front. Medlin looks like Rockemore is going to go for that passing lane. Medlin waits on the wing, and they find Davis to set it up at 20 to shoot. Ags leading by 6. Hand off the ball to Medlin. Medlin comes back to a cut. Danny Berger dunks!
That's the pressure release. So when they start extending like that, you can run the back door play. Great pass.
And Medlin again.
Exactly.
56-48. Ags by 8. 10:05 left. Between the circles, Rockmore comes back. Screen Trasolini. Rockmore gives up the ball and goes to Clark. Brandon Clark penetrates into the key. Then he goes to Trasolini down the middle, runs right into Clifford. Yeah. And he almost walked with the ball before he shot the shot, but the Aggies fouled him, and Clifford's got 4 fouls.
You know, this is going to be one of the problems with extending your zone out that far is you really do open up the high post area, and that's where Trasolini caught it, and then one dribbled into the middle. So, you know, again, you're giving that up, but it's not as bad as letting them make 4 or 5 threes right here to get back in the game.
Trasolini already a graduate, and he has an MBA program going on right now, and free throw up and in by a senior out of Vancouver, British Columbia, at an ACL, missed all of last year. So Keyshawn Reed back in, replacing Ben Clifford. Looks like Denzel Johnson's going to come into the game now for the Broncos with 9:57 left to go. So Johnson is in, and they took out Foster.
Yeah.
Aggie basketball brought to you by Gold's Gym. Change your body and change your life. Gold's Gym, one of our Utah State sponsors, as Trasolini shoots one more free throw here, and he missed it. Rebound to Jared Shaw. So Utah State's lead is 56-49. Leading by 7 with 9:50 to go in the game. Marcel brings it down for USU. High post pass to Medlin. Free throw line extended left to Jared Shaw. Back out front, Preston between the circles. Johnson on him. Medlin now penetrates. Drives on him. Kicks it off to Keyshawn. Keyshawn rocks. Drives. Spins around on the big guy. Gets Harris on the fouling. Yeah. Did they call the travel first? No. I thought for a minute they called the travel.
That would have been a shame. Keyshawn is an incredible shot taker. I mean, he does a great job of lifting his defender and then drawing the contact. And he gets a lot of and-ones when he's close to the basket. That was a little far away, but
I had everybody my way, and I was trying to watch that thing and look around, and I saw kind of everybody release to the other end after I thought there's no way they could call traveling there with the way he was pumping him up into the air.
Well, that was my view for 7 years on the bench. I always had quite an exception with the referee and with coach moving back and forth. So I'm used to shaking and jiving and trying to get a shot.
Keyshawn, 2 free throws. Free throw, no good.
Yeah, you know, that came off his fingers. It really looks good. He's definitely, you can tell that he's put effort in, you know, this week shooting free throws. So I think once his confidence
comes back, it's a mental thing, really, I think, at this time. Keyshawn's had at least 5 rebounds in every game this year, and he has it again tonight. He has blocked a shot in every game this year up until tonight. And he has not tonight, but he makes the second free throw. So it takes it back to an 8-point game.
Yeah, not surprised here. We'll go back man-to-man.
57-49 with 9.5 to play, especially if Foster's on the bench. Rockmore rocking out front behind the double screen. Takes it on Keyshawn out front. Now shot clock to 23. Rockmore on Reed. Stops top of the key. Now he carries it again and hooks it up with the left hand off the glass from 10 feet. Good. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, that was a chance there for Keyshawn to get a block, but he went up too high up off the backboard.
And they inbound the ball and hit the bottom of the backboard, and it's a turnover by Preston. Picked up by Cowles. Cowles back to Rockmore. So they get the ball, they threw the ball, and hit the bottom of the backboard in the inbounds play. Off a 6-point game.
Off a deflection, so that's a legal play.
Now Rockmore, it was deflected on the inbounds pass first before it hit the bottom of the board. Now Cowles down in the corner to Johnson. Denzel Johnson into the key. A runner from 10, no good, and pushed by Danny Berger on the shot. So 8:45 left to play, and 2 free throws for Denzel Johnson with it 57-51 Aggies here at Santa Clara. So Johnson on the year is 7 out of 8 at the free throw line, so they're all good shooters. His father was a San Jose State football player. His uncle is Gary Payton. And the free throw by Johnson's good. He made 1 basket first half. Had an average of 6 last year as a freshman. He's averaging 5 so far this year. 6'3", 189, sophomore from Fresno. 57, 52, and 53. Santa Clara sets it back to 4 again. 8:45. Ags have led ever since they grabbed the lead at 34-32 on the Keyshawn steal. They have not looked back since. Davis, high post pass Berger. Danny goes low. Jared Shaw into the key. Ball slapped away by Cowles. He gets it. He throws it off to Johnson. A turnover. And then Berger dives and gets the ball, but didn't get it. I thought he had it, but Johnson saved it to Rockmore. Rockmore stops, shoots for 3 on the left angle and missed it. Rebound under the basket by Harrison. He puts it up, blocked away by Shaw. Saved back by the Aggies. What a block. That was Cooper Griffin right in the basket. Get away with it.
Good blocked it and then apologized to coach. My bad for goaltending when they didn't call it. So we got a little fortunate there.
57-53. Around the screen comes Medlin. Lays it off to Shaw. He gets fouled and he can't finish the and one. A reverse layup wouldn't go in. So the foul is called on Powers. That is his second. And we have a media timeout. It is 7:57 to play. Utah State will be at the foul line when we come back. 57-53. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.
Cruise the Caribbean this winter with Columbus Travel. Book now while rates are low. Get up to $100 onboard credit plus other amenities available only through Columbus Travel. Rates start at $469 per person, double occupancy for 7 nights. For the best cruise deals on the planet, Columbus Travel, 800-373-3328 or online columbusvacations.com. $469 Caribbean Cruise. Thanks, Columbus. Prices per person, double occupancy, subject to change, including fuel surcharge. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
Right now, when you sign up at Gold's Gym, you'll get 2 whole biceps for the price of 1. That's left and right arm muscles at no extra cost. You can't open pickle jars with 0 biceps, and we're giving you 2. Plus, come in now and we'll throw in the triceps absolutely free. You'll be stronger with arm muscles, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength.
Get your biceps for less than $1 a day. Call Gold's Gym at 753-4653 for details.
Utah State led at the half, again 34-33. They now lead 57-53. Biggest lead the Aggies have had has been 8, as I recall. They might have led 9, but I think 8 is as big as Utah State's lead has been in this game. Utah State this half is shooting 77%. The problem is they're now up to 18 turnovers in the game. Ball handling has been the one negative in this game that's kept them, because, boy, if they shoot it, they're going to make it.
Yeah, and I'm going to credit a lot to the Broncos defense. They get their hands in the passing lanes. The last turnover by Jared Shaw, he made the Cardinals sin of dropping the ball down, and the point guard came in and dug in and took it away. So, it's kind of you can't put all the pressure on the Aggies because the Broncos are swarming.
Now Shaw has been at the foul line again tonight, 2 for 2. So that gives him 16 out of 18 on the season. He leads the Aggies with 12 points. He shoots 2 here, and the free throw is no good. His first miss tonight. Shaw's been the Aggie rebound leader in every game, and he has 7 in this game tonight. Still a 4-point lead, still lots of time at 7:57.
Looks like Camille rolling back in a point.
Yep. And Shaw makes the second free throw. Takes it back to 5. That went around for a minute, and then it goes 58-53.
Back to zone. This will be the chess game for the rest of the game, is how often to use the zone and how often to go to man.
Cowell's the third good three-point shooter out on the angle left to Johnson. Free throw line extended left side. Now Cowell's down the middle, right side Rockamore. Rockamore gets that carry with the dribble as he gets in front of Medlin to set it up. He really makes a lot of ground with that crossover. He jumps in the air. He throws it to Cowell's. Cowell's out of the left side, dribbles it out top of the key with 11 to shoot. Tried to go low, and it's picked up by MacArthur. Turns around, goes to the corner to Johnson. Fakes read away. 15-foot on the baseline. Good by Denzel Johnson. Ball fake and go by him.
Yeah, again, run him off the three-point. Cowell's is really the one you want to keep off the three-point line when we're in zone right now. And
58-55. And again, the big scorers on the bench right now, taking a breather to go down the stretch. Foster now rolling off the screen, finds Preston Medlin. Still just 2 shots in the game for Medlin. He's only made 2 free throws. He goes low to Shaw. Finds Roland over on the side. Roland on the right side with the ball. 15 to shoot. Brings it back out front. Cowles is on him defensively. Now it's and then Cowles knocked down the pass as Roland just threw it right to him. It looks like a 9 to shoot.
There's 2 deflections in one play there. It's just they get their hands on a lot of balls. They're very active.
Already they have 9 steals in the game tonight. Foster leads the country with 4 game plus, and he's got 3. Aggies have 9 to shoot. Keyshawn goes down in the corner. Medlin drives into the paint. Finds Burgess at 3 out here on the left side. No good, too long, and a rebound foul. Oh, my! I saw Harrison throw down the guy, and they called the foul on the Aggies.
He had a hold of Jared, and I think it's just... Life on the road.
That wasn't a good call at all.
Yeah, they both went down.
Harrison was shoving the guy away, and they called the foul on Utah State, and that'll put him into the bonus. It'll be 1-1 for Harrison. This is the first game he's played this year at 6'8", 225 senior. Had a bad bat, but he's had 44 starts, and he averaged 10 points a game last year. Oh, they said MacArthur is the guy who got fouled. I thought it was Harrison who's the guy who shoved him down.
Well, there's Jared again. I'll be interested to see what Stu does with this. There's Jared John a little bit with the referee, and Stu's not going to have that.
He's already gone through that a couple times, hasn't he? MacArthur makes the free throw and makes it a 2-point game. John MacArthur, he had a concussion and missed the last 3 games last year. He suffered the concussion at BYU, 58-56. 1-4 from MacArthur to cut it to 1, and he does not. Jared Shaw gets the rebound, gets it off to Medlin. So the Aggies lead by 2. Medlin near the timeline, covered by Johnson, gives it up now to Rowland out front. 6:40 to play. Butterfield on the other side now as Berger goes out. Keyshawn pops it to Medlin. 6.5 to play. Medlin with Johnson on him. Hands the ball back to Rowland. Now the Aggies start the offense with 17 to shoot. Aggies by 2. Rowland stops, passes, ball deflected, and taken away. Bad pass by Rowland. Nothing on it at all. Picked off easily by Rockamore. Rockamore brings it down. He drives on the Aggie Reed. He puts it up way too hard. Follow MacArthur way too hard. Rebound, Keyshawn Reed. Boy, they missed 2 easy ones. Reed front court, bad pass, but Cowles, saved it and stayed in bounds. Reed made a bad pass, run up the floor. That's 20 turnovers. For Utah State at 6 minutes leading, still by 2. Now Rockamore down the middle on Rowland. Back pass into the key goes Johnson. He runs into Reed and a foul on Reed.
Yeah, and again, this is the tempo that we need to learn from because we didn't need a three-quarter court pass there from Keyshawn. We need to bring it up and control our tempo, and this is a great time of year to learn that.
Called it on Butterfield, not on Keyshawn Reed, so it'll be 2 shots for Johnson. They say he hacked him across the arm. It looked like he drove into Keyshawn. Could have been a charge, but here's Johnson free throwing and making it, and he can tie the game with his free throw. So he's come off the bench and had 7 while Foster's been out, and he's done a good job.
Yeah, I thought Foster was pressing a little bit, and they set him down, and Johnson's done a great job.
Now 1 more for Johnson. He does tie it. It's 58 all, our second tie of the game with 5:53 left to play. Medlin, backcourt, bad pass by Keyshawn again, knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Boy, they do play the passing lanes. And the Aggies have got to be peppered with a basketball.
Yeah, again, they're picking up full court, and it's kind of been a token full court press. Now they're starting to be a little bit more aggressive with it.
Cross court pass goes inbounds to Keyshawn. Then to get it to Butterfield to get it back to Rowland. Rowland across the timeline. He had a very tentative pass the last time up in the front court. Now Keyshawn out on the right wing, stops the dribble and got to call timeout. So the Aggies use the timeout. They might only have about 2 left. Timeout. The score tied at 58 all. 5:35 to play. We take 30 seconds. This is the Utah State Aggie Network. Timeout for the coaches.
They say diamonds are a girl's best friend, particularly when she's thinking of marriage. When it comes to this important decision, visit S. Needham Jewelers in historic downtown Logan. We have been the part of thousands of happy engagements. You'll enjoy our vast selection of beautiful and unique engagement rings. You'll also enjoy our relaxed and elegant environment. You'll not be hurried, and you'll feel no pressure as you have fun looking for the perfect ring. Where Utah gets engaged. S. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, at the sign of the clock.
18 to shoot as they inbound the basketball. As they had to use the timeout. Keyshawn 1 dribble, then he was stopped and nobody could be passed to.
The Broncos have really revved up their defense, and they are all over the passing lane.
Pass the ball out front to Camille Rowland. Again, 15 to shoot for the Aggies. Medlin comes out and gets it between the circles. Medlin drives on Johnson down the middle, pull it back. Rowland for 3, right wing, missed it. Long rebound. Camille Rowland fought for it. Keyshawn fights for it. And it comes out of there. Knee had it. Taken away by the Aggies. And then Butterfield forced it out of bounds off of Powell.
Spencer Butterfield.
And again, Keyshawn and Spencer both made great plays in that one to keep that loose ball alive. And the Aggies get a fresh 35 and get tied at 58. 5:20 left to play here at Santa Clara. Utah State again down 15 points in the first half. Came back to grab the lead, 34-32. And now this is the first time Santa Clara has tied the game since. Utah State a 1-point halftime lead, took it out to 8 in the second half. Reed the shot, bounce it off now to Rowland. Rolling top of the key, and this is all with Medlin with just 2 shots, nothing from the field. He passed the ball well. Now rolling to a posted Shaw. Shaw drives in. MacArthur on him. Shaw pounds it, turns around, and a foul called on MacArthur. The shot went in. It won't count. Foul's on MacArthur. Shaw made the basket, but he won't get the basket. Crowd's mad at the call. To be honest, I'd take the basket right now and turn it go to the other end. Yeah. If they don't want to have a no call.
We'll take a no call there for sure.
Now Trazzolini in for MacArthur. Ags have 35. Shoot, let's see how many fouls. 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 5 fouls in half. And now here comes Kevin Foster in for Cowles. Cowles, one of the big scorers, only 2 tonight in the game. So the Aggies are doing a job on him. They inbound the ball to Keyshawn. Cross court to Shaw. Line rolling on the free throw line, extended right side. 5 minutes exactly left. Utah State and Santa Clara tied at 58.
Yeah, obviously a huge possession here going closer to the floor, under 4 media.
Here comes Medlin to get it out between the circles. On the defense of Johnson. Medlin drives over to the right side. Stops, goes back to Jaw. 17-footer by Jared. Good! Jared Shaw down the middle. Makes the jumper.
Yeah, he didn't set a great ball screen, but his defender went so far to stop Preston from driving that he was wide open.
60-58. Ags by 2. Foster out front. Kevin comes around the left side. Stops the dribble. Goes on a tough pass to Johnson, almost hit him in the face. Now Rockemore gets it back. Shot clock at 20. Rockemore way out on that far sideline on the west sideline here at Levy Center. Foster goes around the screen. Butterfield now sees him drive into the paint on him. Left-hand layup good. That's Rockemore at the basket with a score.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to the chess match. In man-to-man, they're driving past us, but the zone's just a little bit scary where they can score points by 3s.
Tied at 60 with that layup and 4 minutes to play. All right, Camille Rowland front court for the Aggies. He's top of the key, pass to Keyshawn Reed. Over on the wing, tough catch for Medlin. Medlin loses the ball. It was taken away by Johnson. That is 21 turnovers now on the Aggies.
Active hands.
Rockemore brings it up, knocking it away from Preston. Now a crossover, that high hanging dribble. He gets away with it, Carey. Gets it to Foster down the middle on Butterfield. Foster backs it back. 22 to shoot. 60-60. Santa Clara's never led in the second half. Foster gets it back. 15 seconds to shoot. They're clearing out for Foster. Goes around the screen. Drives behind the back dribble. Aggies left him for a minute. They go now to Rockemore with 7. He drives underneath. He hangs and makes the basket, and they don't call the charge. Jared Shaw gets called for the personal foul. That's a bad call right there. Shaw was there for a long time. Shaw gets his 3rd foul, and the basket in by Rockemore, and they'll be at the foul line to finish an and 1. Bad call by Jim Giron. 62-60, Santa Clara's first lead of the second half. Timeout with 3:20 to play. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.
Maximize your future. Consider a career in cosmetology, master aesthetics, or nail technology. The choice is yours. At Maximum Style, maximize not only your future, but experience the many great services Maximum Style provides. This November, receive 20% off facials and pedicures, 20% off Clinic Cure Botanical Thinning Hair Solutions. Ask about Maximum Style enrollment options by calling 752-3599 or visit www.mstsc.edu. Maximum Style would like to say thanks Cache Valley for 12 years in business.
Last summer, I promised myself I was going to change my life, but nothing changed. This fall is going to be different. I'm calling Stevens-Henniger College in Logan. I owe it to my family and myself to earn my degree.
The Stevens-Henniger family of colleges is offering $6 million in scholarships. These scholarships are for adults just like you. Earn your degree in as soon as 15 months. Visit scholarshipshc.com for details. Applications and eligibility requirements apply. Stevens-Henniger College in Logan, your good neighbor college.
Jack's Tire and Oil brings you Utah State Sports on KVNU and KLZX.
Last 3:20 of the game. This is the first lead that the Broncos of Santa Clara have had here in the second half. And again, the foul called right there. It looked like Jared Shaw had been there for a long time to take the charge, but to give the basket to Rockemore, and really it's been Rockemore the last few minutes who's been great at penetrating and making plays for them. Now it's 15.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50 call, but I think that's the first play of the game that someone's kind of taken a shot to the chest and fallen to their back, but yet they weren't rewarded for their efforts. So, but again, that's life on the road, and we'll shoot a free throw here and have to really make a comeback here.
Rockemore, the junior from Henderson, Nevada. He was the first guy ever to get a Division I scholarship from his high school in Las Vegas. And I can't remember which one it was, or in the Las Vegas area. He's from Henderson. But Rockmore now gets a chance to finish a three-point play and give them a three-point lead with 3:20 to go. The first time Santa Clara's led second half, and he makes the free throw. So they lead on Rockamore's shot with 3:20 to go. The call that could have gone the other way for a charge. And now Medland inbound the basketball, and the backcourt goes to Butterfield. Gets it back now to Rowland. And Johnson is all over Medlin everywhere he goes. They've done this with Cowles and Johnson on him defensively tonight. Free throw line extended right, Butterfield. Butterfield comes around, goes back to Keyshawn with a tough pass, and it goes out of bounds off of Reed. Reed didn't think he was going to throw it back to him, but it was a hard pass, and he wasn't ready for it, and that is 22 turnovers.
Well, this is a 10-2 run for the Broncos over about the last 4.5 minutes. And I mean, it's a careless play like that where we're not quite ready when just trying to get the ball back to the point guard.
Marvin Jean, first time in the second half he plays for Utah State. Had a pretty good stint in the first half when he was in there. 63-60 Santa Clara.
And this is the mental toughness that Stu's talking about. This is where we need to firm up and get the game back under control.
Brazzolini back out front to Rockmore. Here comes Foster around the screen to get it on the right side, and Marvin Jean's on him, and then Foster just drives him into the paint, goes down, stops in the key. Cross-court pass, a tough one, picked up by Harrison. He short-armed it, no good. Brazzolini knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, the problem with the Broncos' dribble penetration is that everybody has to go over and help, and it's leaving that weak side either on the three-point line or even in the post wide open.
7-footer Garrett comes in for defense here, and Brazzolini goes out. He, again, a big figure in there. They inbound the ball in the backcourt to Rowland. Still a 3-point lead for Santa Clara. 2:40 left now to play. Another trip for the Aggies here. Hand off the ball to Medlin out front. Medlin gets a screen from Jared Shaw. He goes over to the right. He drives all the way to the basket. Leap and leader, good! And he's fouled.
That's the first bit of breathing room he's had, and he took advantage of it. That's a game of play right there.
Colden and Russell the second half. And Medlin gets a chance to tie the game. That's his first field goal of the game.
Yeah, you're right.
So Medlin has only taken 3 shots. And now he goes to the line to finish a 3-point play. He'd have a couple of free throws in the first half. But again, it's not that Preston hasn't played. He's got 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal.
That's right, Al.
And the free throw good by Medlin to tie the ball game with 2:29 left to go, 63 all on his drive, and 1.
Yeah, big stop here.
Now the dribble drive down, hand off, Foster out front, hesitates, goes around to the left, comes back to Rockmore, top of the key. Again, Evan Rockmore on the wing to Cowles, the third. Raymond Cowles posted up Brazzolini. They go down to him. Brazzolini bump fakes, goes underneath to Harrison. He can't make the layup, but he's just leaning in.
Yeah, that's a bailout. That's a bailout.
That was not a very good call. Jared Shano has just picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah, again, off dribble penetration on the right side. Jared has to come over and help, and that's what exposes us a little bit.
So it'll be Atonga at the foul line, not Harrison. So this is Yannick Katana. They call him Yaya. And he's made 1 free throw in the game. He can speak 3 African languages, French and English, and he misses a free throw. He went to high school in Ojai, California. He's from Cameroon. So now Marvin Jean out, Berger in. Garrett is in defensively to be a big presence in the paint. Brazzolini goes out. 63 all, 1 more free throw here for Atonga. 2:09 to play in the game. Free throw by him is good this time. They lead by 1. Santa Clara by 1. 64-63. Inbound the ball to Rowland in the backcourt. Rowland coming out of the backcourt with Rockmore on him defensively. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Preston Medlin comes out and gets it. Cowles, the third, is in on him. Medlin drives him. He passes back to Reed. Reed goes cross-court to Rowland. Baseline, it goes to Preston. Preston into the key. Preston now stops. Goes to Jared Shaw. Shaw spins around on the man, gets stumbling on it, and he gets called for traveling. He lost control of the ball as the defender was on him and then fell away, and the problem was that weight moved, and then he slid.
Yeah, Garrett's a bigger player. He's forcing him out of his comfort zone a little bit.
And then he moved away, and then as Jared's laying on him, all of a sudden he left him, and he kind of moved with the ball without being able to dribble it.
Pulled the chair out from under him.
Yep, he did. 1:40 left to go. Rockmore front court, Santa Clara by 1. Rockmore out front. Rockmore takes it back to the right with a dribble. Goes all the way to the basket, puts it up high arc, and it drops. What a shot. That was a high arc prayer put up and it answered. It's a 3-point lead with 1:25. Santa Clara by 3 over the Aggies. Rolling in the front court to Utah State. Rowland comes over to the left to Keyshawn. Keyshawn back to Roland. Tennille back to Keyshawn. Keyshawn's 18-foot jumper, too long, rebound shot, a rebound foul on Trev. Oh, goodness. Oh, my! They called it on Shaw! He's out of the game. Oh, my. That is a bad, bad call.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, that was
the look he had there.
That was unbelievable. So Shaw fouls out with 1:10 to play. Aggies leading scorer, 15 points tonight with the out. Stone comes in for him. How in the world could you call that? It looked like Shaw was wide open for a putback, and they called him for the rebound foul. With 1:10 to play. Now it's Trasolini at the foul line.
This next time down the floor, I'd like to see Preston get a shot at the basket. With Jared out, he's going to have to be our next threat.
Free throw is missed by Trasolini, though, to keep the Aggies in it here. Keep it just a one-possession game here at 66-63 with 1:10. Now Garrett's going to check in for him, and he makes the second free throw to make it a 4-point game. So Garrett in for Trasolini. 1:10 to go. We'll get a station identification break here in just a moment. But they inbound the ball to Roland with 1:08 to play. So the Aggies, after they see it tied at 63, now have been outscored 4-0 in about the last 4 minutes. Now Medlin gets a screen out front, gives it off to Roland. Roland on Rockamore. Gets the screen, comes around it, rolling into the middle, all the way, left-hand layup is fouled on the drive by Garrett. And we're going to take 10 seconds right here for station identification. We are listening to Aggie basketball.
The Aggie coverage is on 610 KVNU Logan and 95.9 KLZX. Weston, Preston, Logan, Ogden.
Al Lewis with Lance Beckert tonight here at Santa Clara's Levy Center, and Utah State trails by 4 with 52.9 to go, and Tennille Roland makes the free throw. Roland has 6 points all in this half. Trasolini back in for offense for the Bulldogs. Now it's going to be a timeout for Santa Clara. We're done with our coaches break, so we can talk about things here. Again, the last 3 minutes or so, again, it just has been really no offense for the Aggies, and on the other side, again, they've got a couple of calls that have really helped them out here. Santa Clara has, and again, that's home cooking. That's the way you expect on the road sometimes.
The Broncos really ramped up their defense, and a lot of times referees get involved in the emotion of the game, and when they see one team being so overly aggressive on defense and the crowd getting involved, it's a little hard to go against them. And, other than the last call on Jared Shaw, they're all really 50-50 calls, and that has a tendency to go the wrong way on the road, which is why college basketball is so hard on the road. You've got too many things against you.
The one thing they've done, again, they've just denied Preston Medlin from a lot of good shots in this game. I mean, they've done a good job on him defensively for sure.
Yeah, the last 2 possessions, Preston's really taken himself to about 18, 19 feet away from the ball and given, Tennille a chance to drive or
Preston took it one time in the whole hard and made a 3-point play, tied it at 63. That's really it for the Aggies offensively in the last little while. And now Roland one more free throw, good.
Yeah, we'll sub here to set the defense. And
Marvin Jean for Danny Berger defensively, and Atonga goes out, and they bring Trasolini back in for offense with 52.9 to go. Santa Clara 67-65 over Utah State. Rockamore Rudy has played great here in the second half. He has 18 points. He had 8 assists in the game. They double in the backcourt, and Keyshawn kicks it away in the backcourt, so they'll inbound it again. 51.6 to go.
Yeah, Rockamore's just driven past who's ever guarded him, and he's created
so much great shots. That last one was a high arc alley-oop all over the top of the Aggies.
Over both Shaw and Reed.
Over the big guys. Now what are they doing here?
Well, they're going to reset the shot clock to 34 because it's a kick ball, and so 1 second theoretically did go off the clock on an inbounds pass.
Now they're trying to wait to get that shot clock to 34, and they are still waiting. So it was at 34, I noticed. Yeah. I thought they were saying something Keyshawn had done. 34 had done something wrong.
Oh, no.
He did kick the ball.
Yes.
2-point lead, Broncos. They're going to inbound the ball at the baseline of the south end. Now they got the shot clock ready.
1.6 on the clock.
Rockamore to inbound it. Rockamore looks, pass the ball in the corner. Cowles the third, gets it back to Rockamore off the deflection of Keyshawn. Now in the backcourt, Keyshawn with the long arms trying to stay with Rockamore, but Rockamore crosses it over and gets to the front attack zone.
Yeah, I like Keyshawn in this defensive position. He's a great on-ball defender. We switched off there, but
now Rockamore out on the right side on Tennille Roland. Pass it over here to the right side. Here's a dribble drive by Foster. A runner banks off the glass. And a timeout called by Coach Keating. So it's 69-65. Hold on, what happened here?
So the clock might have ran a little bit after the made basket. That might be what they're
going to go back and reset the clock. That's what it was. So again, a runner off the glass by a scorer. A guy who can shoot it, and all of a sudden Foster 26.
Yeah, again, it takes us off the dribble. It's been, in the zone, we did a good job of guarding penetration, obviously, because we were able to cover the gaps a little better. But once we got into man-to-man, they've really taken us off the dribble.
So it makes it a two-possession game at 69-65 with 29.5 to play.
We'll see if they don't put a couple seconds back on here, but
incidentally, last score we had 8 minutes to play. Seattle leads Stanford 48-44, and Washington State leads Idaho 53-46 with 4.5 to play in the game. So score is brought to you by USU Chartered Credit Union. Again, smart, local, and convenient. Again, 5 locations in Smithfield to Brigham City, USU Chartered Credit Union. So they're going to have it at 31 seconds. Aggies have 1 timeout left, and the Broncos...
Two timeouts, right?
Yeah, the Aggies have 2-1-30. Yep, that's right. Both of them are the same. I was looking just at one side of
that's kind of a different way to put it on the board, but...
So Keyshawn can run the baseline.
So a quick basket and a timeout here is obviously the ideal situation.
Inbound the ball to roll into the backcourt. Cadillo tries to attack quickly. He drives all the way. He goes underneath the reverse layup, good, and then Stu Moore.
Basket and timeout. So this is pretty well scripted here. Now it comes down to foul.
If you don't get the inbound steal, you have to foul and start stopping the clock and make them. Now again, this has been a good free throw shooting team. Santa Clara has.
Yes, hopefully we'll jinx them a little bit with that. But Ben Clifford back in the game, obviously, for his field fans. Yeah. So they'll go with a full court man here, face guarding. Probably put someone on the inbounder to harass them a little bit, and if we don't get a steal.
Again, Shaw's fouled out, so we got Clifford, Keyshawn, Roland, Medlin, and Marvin Jean. That's the group for the Aggies right here. Then Shaw's the only guy in double figures for Utah State in this game. He fouled out with 15 points. Butterfield has 9. Cadillo Roland has 9. All here in the second half of play for Roland. And then 8 points for Keyshawn Reed, I think it is.
Yeah, 9 for Keyshawn, 8 for Danny Berger, and 9 for Spencer Butterfield. So pretty evenly.
But again, Rockamore with 18 points and 26 for Foster. Yeah. He just made that one drive and a little teardrop off the glass with that high arc alley-oop that gave him a 4-point lead, and now Keneal Rollins quickly taking it down and scored to make it 69-67. 25.6 to go.
So again, you're kind of picking your poison here. With this amount of time, you really just need to foul whoever gets the inbounds pass, or unless you're trying to wait for someone else, maybe one pass. But you can't let a lot of time come off.
Again, you got Foster, a really good foul shooter. Obviously, Johnson we've seen is great at the foul line, so you can't let those guys. You try to foul somebody else if you can. Rockamore runs the baseline.
Little chance for a 5 count.
He throws high. Catalina got it and almost traveled. Boy, he was smart to get down with the ball. And then there's the foul call, and they didn't make the call. They're still in the back court, and now the foul called on Medlin. Boy, it looked like for sure Rockamore got fouled. It was almost a violation of the 10 seconds.
And now I'm sure the bench is yelling foul, foul, foul. Utah State bench is yelling foul, foul, foul right in front of him. He still doesn't call it, so I'm not quite sure.
Got down to 19.
Let 4 seconds run off the clock there.
Boy, Trasolini jumps with a high throw and able to get rid of the ball before he traveled. As he came down, he bounced past it and got out of it. He would have normally traveled.
Yeah, he made him a wide receiver.
Now a tough free thrower in Johnson shooting. And he makes the free throws. The Aggies are over the limit. It's 2 free throws. So now he makes this one 2-possession game with 19.2.
Yeah, and again, same here unless he misses it.
Berger and Butterfield in for the Aggies. More of shooters.
Yeah, if he misses it, we get a set play for 3, and if he makes it, I think we still go down and get the quick layup and use our last timeout.
Johnson again has now got 10 points and he makes the free throw. He does not. Rebound Butterfield. Still a 1-possession game. He throws it off to Roland with 16 to go. 16 seconds. Roland drives under the basket. Kicks it back. Clifford. He throws it back to Medlin. Medlin top key. 9 seconds to play. Medlin off the screen. Tried to step through. Couldn't get it. Butterfield with 6. Back to Medlin. Medlin shoots for 3. Left side. Made it! With 2.4 to go.
And he got fouled. No call.
There was no call, but 2.4 to go. Medlin ties the game with a 3.
Yeah, I'll tell you you what, Preston Medlin's a gamer, and I think everyone understands that. But you know, when we threw the ball back to Ben, Ben was looking for Preston Medlin, which is I love to see that, because after not taking many shots in the game, down in crunch time, Preston stepped up and made a big time three. Now they might take a look and make sure his feet were behind the line, but he made a ball faking for sure. It looked like the rear. But he had to step through two defenders. That's as an athletic shot as you will see to tie a basketball. Roland penetrated, kicked it to Clifford. Clifford hit Medlin. Medlin's over on the left side with a couple of guys on him. He ball fakes here and shot fakes. Trying to run it slow here for the officials, put it in close to see if his foot is behind the line. Yeah, his foot was behind the line. Yeah, they don't need to take a long look at that. Yep. That's clearly a three, and it was right in front of us. We had a great view of it. Oh, my. Preston Medlin has only taken in this game. I mean, what? He's taken four shots, and he's made two of them, and the big one there to tie the game with 2.4 to play. 70-70. So Johnson at the other end had been perfect 5 for 5, missed the free throw. Roland pushed it. It looked like he was going to go for the layup underneath, and he kicked it back to Clifford, and then Clifford kicked it back to Medlin. And that's a learning curve. Tamir was very smart there. So again, if he made the free throw when we're down 4, we need to go make the layup. Mm-hmm. But he had enough awareness as the bench was screaming at him as he was driving to go ahead and go for the 3 and the tie. Which on the road, that's what you have to do. You have to try to tie it there and take the free throws out of the equation. So 2.4 seconds. We can't let them boat race us down the floor here. Mm-hmm. So again, they're going to inbound the ball at the end of the floor, and Jordan Stone, the tallest Aggie, will be on the inbound throw. Yeah, so we take away the long pass and we make them throw it in short, but then we can't let them just boat race it down there. And again, it would be Foster running to shoot it from anywhere. He has to have that. Yeah, the long three. All right, McCarthy almost dropped the ball. Yeah, he throws it to Trasolini. Trasolini to Rockmore, lets it fly from half court. Oh my God. I thought it was him. He almost made it. That went off the back iron and then fell soft. I thought it was Sylvester Shade making the throw. That was a little closer, but not much. 70-70. We go to overtime here at Santa Clara.